Alright, so I'm going to sell this bike very shortly, and I figured I would do a review so I would have it in my heart forever. Um, 2009 Suzuki DR200, and I really like this bike. But before we get into the review, got a couple disclaimers. I'm a new rider with less than 1 year of experience, and I've only owned this bike for like 4 months. So take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm also like 5'7" in boots and weigh like 150 pounds. So if you're bigger or smaller, kind of compare the two with yourself. So disclaimers on the bike. Most obvious is the handlebars. There's absolutely no reason why I have these aftermarket handlebars other than the stock handlebars wouldn't let me put the hand grips on, and these were the cheapest ones I can find. Second kind of disclaimer, I guess, is the tires. Everybody wants to talk about different tires on new bikes and how much better they are. You're going to change your tires anyways, but these are Kenda 270s. They're like a 50-50 tire. They do really well on road compared to like a pure dirt tire, and off-road they do good enough. So kind of have that in the back of your mind, what you want to do with it. The last thing is the carburetor. So I did, there's a guy named Caustic that has like the carburetor and airbox mod for the DR200. And if you have this bike, if you're considering this bike, immediately do that mod, because it completely changes the bike. For like 50 bucks, it feels like it's twice as powerful, especially in the mid-range. Aside from that, I genuinely love this bike. But the big thing is the speed with it. Like it'll do 55, but it's screaming. Some people say that's not a problem. They're made for that. I don't know. And then the other reason why I'm selling it is because I got a new one that's a lot newer and has fewer miles on it. And I have completely drained my fun money account on that bike. So this one's gonna have to go. But I genuinely do love it. If you're going off-road, it's great off-road. It's not a motocross bike, obviously, but it is great off-road. And it's honestly great on-road. Like if you're going to the store, or if you're going you know, to town, which I honestly just came back from town to get registration for my new bike. But it's perfect for that. Super easy on gas. I forget what the mileage is, but it's like moped gas mileage. And one last thing to talk about is the air-cooled motor. Like everybody talks about how great and simple air-cooled motors are, and I haven't been able to appreciate that because, like I said, I've owned 2 bikes, and that's another thing to consider. I've only got 3 bikes to compare. The DR, then my old KE100, now my KLX. But pay close attention to this. You have a gas tank, motor, carburetor, airbox. Super easy. Everything you need to get to is right there. Let's check out a modern bike. So here's the same thing on the KLX. You've got stuff. Radiator hoses going everywhere. Here's your motor, there's your carburetor. If you want to get to the carburetor, you got to take the whole bike apart. Airbox, more hoses. But this is really nice. And that's another thing to consider. Maintenance on this bike is stupid easy. I can have the gas tank off in about 10 minutes. Like there's nothing to it. 2 screws on each side for your fairing, 2 bolts for the seat, and 2 bolts for the gas tank. And then like you're in it. Valve adjustments, there's your valve covers. And honestly, it takes like 30 minutes to inspect your valves on this thing. So it's, as far as maintenance goes, you're not going to find anything as easy as this. In the short time I've owned it, reliability, I've never had an issue with it, especially since the carburetor mod. Used to, it was very cold natured. It was hard to start, hard to keep started until it was good and warm. Once I did the rejet, I never touched the choke. Honestly, couldn't tell you which side it's on until I looked at it a while ago. But yeah, do that rejet. So I'm going to put on some appropriate riding gear, and we'll take it on road, do a top speed test, go down some gravel roads, and whenever I come back, we'll take it through the woods and hit a couple trails. So stand by. All right, I am all nerfed up and ready to ride. I was going to show you a cold start, but like I said, I just came back from town. It's like 200 degrees. I have a 32-inch inseam, and in boots, like I've got a little bit of wiggle room there. If you're taller, you're probably going to feel cramped. But without boots, I can still stand flat-footed. Like I say, it's kind of cramped. But super easy. Like, it's just so much fun. And I mean, you can putt along really slow on this thing. I need to quit embarrassing myself.
Alright, top speed run. So you can't hear anything over the wind noise, but at 55 you're at about half throttle in max gear, and it's really not bad at 55, but once you get above that, the motor is screaming like it's about to come apart. And I don't know how comfortable I'd be doing that for an extended period of time, but I mean, if you're making a short trip, it hasn't hurt the motor yet.
Pretty cool indeed. Look at that. Check that out. How'd you like to climb that? I wouldn't. I love life too much. See what the old man buzzers eat. Oh, baby deer. That's a bummer. Poor baby deer. Part of it though. Well, this is actually an old landfill. I guess that's where they get the little methane from. Let's go off-road. That was a little better. There's a turkey. Oh, there's baby turkeys. Hey, little baby turkeys. I don't want... Oh, there it goes. I saw them the other day. goes. Landing in the tree. Look at you guys. Alright, y'all go back to doing turkey things. I won't bother you no more. I know that I can do the hill climb. It's just been a long time since I've done it. Just gonna make sure it's in first and hammer it down. Oh boy. Well, that's interesting. I slid the entire way down. And we are not on a trail right now. This is pretty much a swamp, which means I'm gonna have to clean extra hard on my bike. It's been a few months since I've been down here. You can't tell. Which way do I go? Yep, that just got muddy. Doggone it. Didn't want to bust off the pressure washer today. Let's check out the creek. Man, it is swampy. That's cool. Yeah, and this is sand. It is insanely muddy. Hurrah. I can do that. So it's mostly dry. But like I said, this is a swamp. So it stays wet pretty much year round. Cool thing about this bike, it's got a really low stall speed. Like you can, alright, here's our hill. But you can run it just a couple miles an hour, and it is super easy. Easy breezy. Just gonna plow through it. Alright. Alright. But I think you get the idea. It'll go off-road pretty easily. Another hill. Ooh, got a little squirrely hummy there. And if you're interested in getting into dirt biking, it is a really good workout. Like, whenever I looked into it, they're like, oh, this is such good physical activity. It's like, okay, whatever, you're riding a motorized machine. How can it possibly be a workout at all? Well, it can. But yeah, dirt bikes are fun. You should buy one. Yeah, I was in second gear that whole time. Let's see. Alright. I haven't done this one in a while. This one's got a lot of waddling involved and 100% commitment. Whew. Back end got away from me there a wee bit. Beautiful little power. Boop. I need to quit embarrassing myself. Alright, so there you go. There's my review. This thing's awesome. It's light enough and capable enough that you can do all sorts of off-road stuff with it. The only bad thing is if you want to go fast, that little motor is working really hard. But aside from that, like if you're looking for a beginner bike, or if you're looking for something just to take quick trips to town or thrash around in the woods, you can't go wrong with this. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, throw them at me. I'll try to answer. But y'all have a great day.